Hello, my friend. Amnor Hunter here from amnorhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. Today, I want to share with you a demo and review of this brand new free plugin. It's available for free for a limited time until March the 2nd. Actually, this is a $49 value plugin that can be yours for free today, right? This is the Busboy by Carve Audio. As usual, you will find the applicable link in the video description just below the timestamps. And before we begin with the content, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnorhunter.com, where you can get some additional free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some additional free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses and drum sample packs. Don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost on a daily basis with tons of content like this. Please let me know if you are here in the live stream. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions about these tools. I love to engage in conversations with you guys about these tools. So without further ado, let me take you here to my DAW and let's check it out. So here it is. This is the Busboy by Carve Audio. This is a channel strip, of course, right? It has 4 sections here, which by the way, with this type of plugins, you can do pretty much 70-80% of a mix, right? Because you have some filters. You have here to the left, you have filters, high pass and low pass. You have a couple of EQ shelves, low shelf and high shelf, right? Which that come very in handy to bring a bring a mix to life. Sorry. Also, we have compression, which is very simple because we have the ratio of the compressor. We have threshold and makeup. We don't lose any time on the attack or the release or the knee of the compressor or anything like that. It's very straight to the point. It works great. I was testing it some moments ago. And finally, we have a limiter at the end of the signal chain that can help you to tame those peaks, also to use it in the master bus or in the mix bus to polish the mix in the end, right, with a limiter to increase the loudness to the final volume that it will have in the end, right? So yeah, very simple to use. The limiter has a limiter input, right? And we have the limiter release, which on the master I recommend you from 50 milliseconds and above, actually, to avoid any digital distortion. And we have a ceiling, right? This is like the point at which the audio will not pass from this point, right? For instance, we can leave it at -1 decibel, which is like some streaming platforms request, right? We have the gain reduction for both the compression and the limiter here to measure the compression we are doing, right? So we have a drum track here. I am using it on the drum bus, and so let's polish this drum tracks a bit. Okay, so we can add some top end, some brightness, for instance at 8K, right, to bring those cymbals come to life a bit, the overall drum kit. But okay, before sounds a bit hollow, okay, a bit brighter, and it's pretty musical because, as you can see, I am adding or boosting 8 decibels here, and it doesn't sound harsh. Before, after. Big difference, right? Also, we can add maybe 80 hertz, 84 in this case, or 60, just to add some extra weight to the low end and the kick drum especially. Okay, so this is 84. Let's decrease it a bit. It's pretty musical as well. It doesn't get boomy or anything like that. Here we have the filters. High pass and low pass filter. The high pass filter goes up to 54, which yeah, it's useful to have a high pass filter, and 54 hertz. Right, so there we have it with the EQ. Okay, we can decrease the output of the EQ here just to compensate. Let's start with the compression. Let's use a 4:1 ratio. There it is, and let's bring down the threshold. Okay, we're compressing something here like 2 decibels to add some extra punch and glue to the drum track. And let's increase the, just to compensate. We are getting now gain reduction on the limiter, right? Before, after. If we increase the limiter input here, we're going to have some more compression. Okay, here it is. We have EQ output, we have input as well, oversampling, and we have compression sidechain and compression mix. So we can use parallel compression using it at 50%. Okay, let's decrease the ceiling. Before, after. It seems to have a fast release time, the compressor, and the limiter we can select it here. There it is, fatter drum sound. Let's turn off the limiter. Before, after. Yeah, sounds pretty cool. More polished, and let's check it out also in this vocal track. Let's polish this vocal track. I'm gonna turn off the limiter. Oh, it's turned off, and I want to make this vocal sit in the mix that I'm gonna show you in a moment as well. So let's start with this. Let's add some air, some top end to the vocal. Okay, let's cut the lows, and we can remove also some low end that we don't need here, making the vocal sound thinner. Before, after. Okay, more presence. Now let's use a 4:1 ratio here, but we can go up to 10:1 ratio to really compress this vocal track. Okay. Really tighten the vocal track. Before, after. Much more consistent, right? All of the dynamics. And let's finalize it with some limiting here. Just the higher peaks, right? Let's see if we have something here. This is the limiter input. Okay, let's lower a bit. Also, one thing that we can do is leave the parameters of the limiter untouched and use the makeup here. We are not getting to the threshold of the limiter. That's alright. And now we can use the makeup here to make the vocal sit in against the instrumental. Let's check it out. Okay, let's compress it a bit more. Okay, and without the plugin. Sounds a bit more polished, more consistent. The dynamics are more consistent, more even. Therefore, all of the vocal performance stands out better, right? It cuts through the mix better in this metal and BC mix. So finally, I want to check out the CPU performance of this plugin. I have it here on the Screaming Vocals track. It's off 0.01%. Let me turn it on. And it's 6.0, 5.9. Yeah, medium. It's not like super high on the CPU, but also it's not super light on the CPU. It's like a medium amount here at 6.1%. You can have a couple of these on the mix or something, and I think you're not gonna have problems. But if you start adding more and more of these plugins, you're gonna get more and more, of course, CPU processing. But 6.1, it's stable there. 6.0, right? And I am using all of the sections here of the plugin. So there it is, my friends. Let me know what you think of this plugin. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions about these tools. Let's see if I have some people here in the live stream. Yes, I do have some people here in the live stream. Thanks a lot, guys. C2 Beige, awesome. I got it earlier, but haven't made it home to download it yet. Thanks for the great reviews. Thanks a lot for the kind words, my friend. Is it a brick wall? The limiter, it's a brick wall limiter. Yes. Keating Ulrich says, I'll never spend money on plugins again. You don't need to, my friend, really. With all the amount of free plugins out there and super high quality. Dave Ian is here. Hello, Dave. Only thing missing would be a clipper. You're right. You're right. It would be cool to have a clipper also. And I would love to have also the high pass filter to go higher, not at 54. Also, that would be one thing that I would love to have. Looks like a nice little channel strip. I picked it up yesterday, but I haven't played with it yet. VSC instruments okay, but FXY, so many free good ones units out there. Also, there are many great free virtual instruments as well. It was great. Thanks a lot, my friend. And Gary Thompson is here. Hello, Gary. Thanks a lot, my friend. Hello, Amner and gang, says Mr. Gary. Thanks a lot, my friend. Greetings to you. So there you have it, my friends. Before we leave, remember that I have some free stuff over at my website, some free PDF guides and ebooks, some extra free tools, such as collections of guitar impulses and drum sample packs. Don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost on a daily basis with tons of content like this. Thank you so much for watching. Take